output statements are used to display the output of a program or a piece of code. Print function is the one which is given by Python in order to display output of a program. And this function usually comes in variety of formats. First format, where print function without any argument. This is used whenever you want to print a new line character. In case of C programming, we normally use /n at the end of printf to get a new line character. Similarly, in case of your Java, we use system.out.println so that we can get a new line character. So here, print function by default is going to give a new line character. Coming to the second format, where print function can be applied on a specific string. Let's say we have taken print followed by hello world within double quotes or single quotes, anyone we can use. It is going to print hello world along with a new line character. Now the plus operator can also be used between two strings, which will act as a concatenation or joining operator. Now hello is one string and hello is world is another string. It is going to print hello world, where plus is acting like a concatenation operator. Now if I go on using asterisk, which is a multiplication operator along with a string followed by a numeric value. So this asterisk is going to act as a repetition operator, which is going to repeat this string as many times mentioned in this digit, like hello asterisk 3. So hello is going to be printed 3 times, as the asterisk is going to work as a repetition operator. So when you use print with a simple one string, so I'm going to get hello world. So if I can use single quotes also, I will get the same result. Now we can use plus in order to concatenate two strings. Say hello plus world gives me hello world without any space. Now the repetition operator, where I can use a string multiplied with the digit. So I'm going to get hello 3 times. So it can also be written in other way around, like 3 multiplied with the string. This also produces the same result. The third format of print function is taking variable number of arguments. Let's say we have taken x, y, z, whose values are set to 10, 20 and 30. Now when I'm writing print followed by this string and multiple variables here, x, y and z. So as x, y, z values are set to 10, 20, 30, so the output will be the values are x value 10, y value 20 and z value 30. By default, the output values, as you can see here in the output, we are getting a space by default. So this is by default, every value that I'm going to get is an output. They are separated by spaces. Unless until we want them to specify, we want to make them separate by using some attribute called your SCP attribute. For example, you can see we have taken x, y, z, the same set of values. This time I'm printing x, y, z, but towards the end I'm using an attribute called sep, where I'm using a comma, which means in the output the values of x, y, z will be displayed with a comma separating each of the values. Similarly, in the second occasion, here we are using colon. So colon is act as a separator here, which is going to separate the values with a colon, like 10 colon 20 colon 30. Let's say we have taken these 3 variables, say 10, 20 and 30. Now when I'm displaying print, say values are, comma, say x, comma, y, comma, z. So by default, you can see we are getting a space between the respective values. Now this you want to change, suppose with a sep attribute. So we can write, say x, comma, y, comma, z and comma, we write a SCP, that is the attribute, and here suppose I want to specify as comma. So now we are getting the same set of values with a comma as a separator. So any separator value we can set here. As by default, the print function sets a new line character towards the end, but sometimes we may not want our print function to print something and followed by a slash n or the new line character. So at that point of time, we can take the help of an attribute called end, through which we can set with what character or with what the entire statement has to end. So for example, if I want, suppose we are writing print welcome, you can see here we have taken this attribute and I'm specifying some space. I can specify any character for that matter. Now here in the second line, again I'm printing code. Here also I want a space to be ended. So this print function, when working on welcome, it is going to print welcome, and because of this end equal to space, it is going to add a space at the end. I mean, after welcome, I'll getting a space. Similarly, the next line, that is your code, is printed in the same line and having a space ending once again. And this of course adds the quest to the same line, and automatically a new line character will be there. So as a result, you can see we'll get welcome. This space is added because of this end, and after this code, you can see the code is in the same line, and again at the end of code, again one more space is added, and the last line as usual printing a quest, and after this a new line character will be there. So this end need not be always a space. I can also make use of some special character, like I'm using a hyphen here. So the same piece of code which we have written once again here, only the difference is the end attribute we have specified a hyphen. So as a result, you can see the welcome followed by a hyphen, code followed by a hyphen. So here we have used the end attribute with a space ending with for the first and second line. So when we run this, so we will see there is a space ending automatically between these two. If I replace with some other symbol, let's say I am adding a colon here. Here also I am adding a colon. So now when I execute this, we can see there is a column in between the. Now the next format, the print can be used in order to print an object. Here the object could be either a list or a tuple or a set, and which can be passed as an argument to the print function so that it can print all the elements present inside it. Say for example, here we have taken a list of elements holding 100, 200, 300, 400. Similarly, this is a tuple we have taken holding 4 values. Now here along with print, I am passing the name of this list, that is L, and here with print I am passing the another object, that is tuple here. So as a result, we are going to get the set of objects what we have passed as an argument, and corresponding values are displayed here. So assuming we have taken one list here with the name my list, another tuple here holding set of values. Now if I print my list, so we are getting the entire list of elements. Similarly, when I go for the second object, that is my tuple, I will be getting the list of elements present in it. Print function can also be used along with a string followed by a set of variables. So we can use any number of arguments. I mean, in this variable list, I can use any number followed by any number of strings actually. Now you can see, let's say we have taken a set of values here, name, age, subject 1, subject 2. Now I am writing print. So this is a string. This is a variable whose value is to be replaced here. This is again a string. This is again a variable whose value is to be replaced here. In the second print, we are going through a string, and this is a variable subject whose value is to be replaced here. And this is a string once again, and this is a variable. So at the end, this statement is going to give me hello followed by name, that is Sunil, followed by your age is as it is, and what is the age? 32. So this is the output of first print, where the second print function is going to display you are reading the text message as it is, and subject 1 replaced as Java, and subject 2 is replaced with your Python. So assuming we have taken these 4 variables with some values being set when I'm writing this message. So each of the variable will be replaced with the corresponding values. So I'm getting like, hello Sunil, your age is 30. So here we have used these two variables, subject 1 and subject 2. So it is going to replace Java and Python. So that there is no such order. Okay, so you can keep any order as per your choice, as per your requirement in the output. So you are getting like, you are reading subject 1 replaced with Java, this and as a string as it is, and this subject 2 has been replaced with the value of it, that is Python. So the next format of print is using replacement operator, which is nothing but the pair of curly braces. So we can use this printf function with a replacement operator so that we can insert some values into the string. So this is otherwise called as your string formatting. So while we do this, we will make use of one format function. Okay. So you can see here what we have done. We have taken three variables, let's say name, age, and this city. And here inside this double quotation, we started here and we are ending it here. So I'm writing some string of my choice, and you can see there are three curly braces, I mean pair of curly braces, which are called your replacement operator. Now, after this string is over, we are using a dot followed by format. And this format is going to list out all those values which are to be replaced. Okay, like in the format, the first argument is name, which means name is holding on what? Sunil. So this first curly braces or the replacement operator is going to replace the value of this name. Similarly, the second pair of curly braces, that is the replacement operator, will replace the value of the second variable, which is age. Likewise, the third replacement operator is going to replace the value of city. So here, the curly braces positions and the sequence of these variables inside the format is to match, so that number of parameter that you are writing here is exactly going to match with the number of pair of curly braces. So now you can see my name is, that is as usual we had, and this Sunil is the replacement of this curly braces or the replacement operator, whereas this pair of curly braces is replacing 35, and finally this is replacing your Bangalore. So here we have taken three replacement operators which are going to replace the corresponding values of it. So first one is replaced with the name, that is Sunil. Second one replaced with 35, that is the age. And third one replaced with the city. Now if I'm going to change this, for example, inside this format, we are going to change the order. Okay, let's say I am changing this as age, this as name. Okay, so now what we will observe is the first curly braces is going to replace the value of the first one. So as a result, what I'm going to get is like, hello 35, you are Sunil years old. Okay, which is not correct, but still we can change it. You can see the first replacement operator has changed the value, I mean replacing the value of age here, and the second pair of curly brace or replacement operator is replacing the value of name. So you need to look after which pair of curly braces or which replacement operator you want to replace and what is the order that you want to maintain here.